everybody. Welcome to the APPy Hour. It's Monday here in the United States on the West Coast. It is just afternoon, 1 p.m. I was just laughing because the Pi, the co-star, my iPad's co-star, was just anticipating her treats. So, yeah, she was being really funny. Welcome, everyone, to the cool show. This is a show about Modular. So if you don't know anything about Modular, neither do I. Nobody does. Modular is this strange, crazy thing that's made from like a madman with a bunch of wires just sitting there with their hair sticking straight out and just going as they move thing, or like an old-fashioned phone operator person just moving from place to place. Anyway, all of that is on the iPad now. So cool. So if you check out the pinned comment, you can go over there and you can find everything you need, including a giant help manual and how to get the app and all of that. I'm going to just quickly go into, we're going to bring in the star of the show, my iPad. And then we're going to say hello to everybody. Well, let's say hello now. So right here, this is where you get the app. Learn more about modular synthesis right here from Dave at Studio 6+1, who is here in the chat today. Hey, Simtex Cow, I know he's very excited about Modular. Modular. Live to Fly channel. Hello, nice to see you today. And Feisty Feather, the Frosty Freak, my very good friend. Thomas Christ, Legend of Lynx, Magical Mod, Folk and Bluesa, the Fabulous Folk. Yes, me and my cow pie. My moo, it's very moo today. Very, very moo. Just a couple of quick administrative things. You can join me on YouTube, fun emojis, and more. And super chats, super stickers, welcome. You can support me in the following ways. They're also, right up there. If you just use this newfangled technology of scanning the QR code, and that will bring you to my link tree, which is this right here. Perfect. Let's see. Everyone else is sitting in the lurking lounge, or they'll be watching on the replay. So why don't we bring in the star of the show, my iPad, and let's get to work, because we've got a lot to do and we've only got an hour to do it in. Although I have not seen a show for Jade yet, and so I wasn't able to link forward. Look at it, she's going insane. All right, one more, and that's it. I'm putting them away. Now you behave. Thank you, Thomas. Get Moo Mu and learn about modular synthesis. It's really pretty darn fun. I have been nonstop just having the most fun. I spent all day yesterday on and off playing around with this, reading novels or listening to novels, cleaning. My roof patch is dying, so there's that. We were spending some time outdoors trying to keep the outside out. Sweet. So there's let's go. All right. Let's look at, I'll read to you. Oh, she's not doing a show today? Okay, well, then we have extra time. I'm sorry to hear that, but hey, Andy Winehouse, welcome. So, Moo Mu, the ultimate virtual modular synthesizer, not all that much money. Turn your iOS device into an expansive modular synth playground with Moo Mu Modular, the next generation synth app designed for both studio production and live performance. Whether you're an experienced electronic musician or just beginning your journey into sound design, I'm somewhere in there. Moo Mu Modular offers endless creative possibilities with its highly intuitive modular system, powerful CV sequencer, and seamless AV3 plug-in integration. You have access to a vast ecosystem of over 60 CV controllable synth modules. Not Siri, CV, letting you build custom patches and create dynamic, evolving soundscapes. Dive deep into modular synthesis with precision crafted oscillators, filters, effects, and modulation sources that provide an analog synth feel within a digital environment. Explore an innovative isomorphic keyboard, which, if you don't know about isomorphic keyboards, it's like the one in GeoShred Play. It gives you a grid to play on, and I am loving it so much. It allows you to craft complex harmonies and effortlessly. Use quad XY pads for expressive control, which I haven't even gotten into yet, adjusting pitch, timbre, and modulation parameters in real time. Experiment with an advanced patching synth workflow that mimics the hardware modular experience, but with the flexibility of a virtual synth. You can make it in a DAW with the AV3, or you can use it by itself as a standalone. Right on. Let's see. The CV sequencer has dynamic and evolving real-time sound modulation. The CV sequencer, the interconnect modules just like on a hardware modular synth, providing hands-on explorative approach to synthesis. Sweet. Integrated effects and filters. It's analog synth feel. It sounds amazing. So it's endlessly possible. Let's just open that. Ed Zielinski, welcome. It is so good to see you. All right. So we have this. It pops up with a patch. And I feel like the easier way than trying to start a patch from scratch will be to pop my cursor over here and show you a little bit about what's going on. First, let's look at in the manual. One of the most important things I thought was color of the patch cables. So the patch cables are actually all the same, but you color them Oops, yeah, you're right. Hi, I'm down here. Nip, 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 meow. Right on. So the red patch cables are for audio. The yellow are for volts per octave, which is pitch. Basically, you're sending electricity through a system, which is what gives us. Hi, George. That's what gives us our sound. So your red is for audio, and this is just to keep it straight. And yellow is your volts per octave. So you take that like an eighth of a volt is one, or no, a 12th of a volt is one semitone. So it's just like math. It's just like math, the same way that music theory is. So you can use yellow for your pitches. That would be like to connect your keyboard or your sequencer. Green is your triggers, gates, and clocks. Yep, 1 volt per octave. Semtex Count. So anybody who knows things, you can correct me or you can shout out some suggestions. I do not mind. This is fun. We're learning together. So blue are control signals. Hi, Berry. Yeah, Math Monday, exactly. Let's go back over to Moo Mu and see one of the coolest things right here. So if you just check your whole thing across the top is a editable place to place knobs to use them over and over again. And then as you come down the left side, these are instructions. So you have a play, which that's also all like a panic button. I'm unplaying it. It's on play. So if it's off, then no matter what we do, you won't hear anything. But you put it back on and see, already so cool. Then as you come down, there's zooming. That zooms it out all the way so you can see your entire patch. Then the help brings up the manual. I know, it is super yummy. And then you touch the colors so that you can play around with your things. So like say this volts per octave. See, this should be, it seems like this should be a yellow. So see if I tap yellow and then whoa. I just put that back. See, now the volts per octave. And you use your finger, or get out of here, Pie. Yeah, hey, Costa, nice to see you. So, or you use your mouse. Pop, 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 pop. So coming back down, so there's an undo button. There's a redo button. There's a clone. So let's just I'll just pick one up. Hey, move it. I'll pick one up and clone it. So here, all you have to do is tap on the you tap on the module and tap clone. Now we have another one just like it. So now that one, I'll delete that one. So down there's a clone plus. We'll delete. All right, now we go back on filter. And so the clone plus clones it with its cables on. Hey, Trip Killer. Nice to see you. So there, now it's got the same. I wonder if that changes the sound. It sure seems to. Let's make this into a different filter. That's different. So this now this next one, the dice, it randomizes. So let's just randomize that. Now we've got and I'm just touching this keys pad. In a minute I'll tell you what happens. So if you want to reset it to its default state, you tap reset. Plus equals a new row. So a row is across. I don't think there's columns, but there are rows. So if I wanted to add a row. Oh, really? What did I just do? I may have deleted something. Hey, let's undo whatever I just did. Whoopsie, yay. I undid it and now everything is better. Right on. And it'll be contextual, so you can delete the row, you can add a new row. And if the thing is grayed out, it doesn't even work. Pi is attached. Hey, Richard the Falcro, good to see you. All right, now let's start. Let's go to the right-hand side now. So this is the patch view. And underneath, all the way to the right here, if you have a performance screen, you can make that full size. So these are those keys. I'm in standalone, my dear. So why don't I hear anything? Let's go back to my patch. Well, I've done something wrong. So all I have to do, let's hop back over to presets. And I'm just going to be like, let's just load one of these. I'll use Taffy. So I've loaded Taffy. Now I'll X that. So here we've got this ISO keypad. Now you can see how cool this is. Right on, we'll go back to our patch. So anyway, that's how you play once you've got your stuff all set up. And we'll go through now hop over one little bit to the left. So at X we'll get rid of modules. This gives you a whole place to make new modules. And I will start from scratch and we will make one, assuming we have time, which we should because Jade won't be working today. So then you have a presets. So it has all these. These are all the presets I've made so far. Dark base, init mod 1, mod 2. Oh my gosh. Now did you see that? That just popped. Let's open it again. Uh-oh. Hello. Heathen Granny is in the house. Well, so apparently there is a little bit of an issue with having to with it might be a little crashy yet, but this is such an ambitious app. I really believe that there would be. So here's rows. So if you can save each row, let's see, how do you save a row? Maybe we'll go to the row menu. Here we go, save row. So now, let's say this, call it regular VCO. VCO means voltage controlled oscillator. So things get voltage controlled. So modules, roles, and then here's your settings. It has your toolbar position, icons with text. You can zoom in and out. So here, tiny, way zoomed out or way zoomed in. That kind of makes your larger screen. Cable alpha, I'm not touching that. And then here's your your cable colors, so you can change your own cable colors. Perfect. All right. Now, see, if I wanted to, we could go back, but let's go back and check out where. Let's check out all the things that go from place to place. So starting at the upper right hand corner. This is a VCO. This is a voltage controlled oscillator, which is a sound generator. And you see voltage per octave is coming from, and I'll show you here. It's coming from these keys. So this keypad, what it's doing is it's running the voltage, the single volt per oct, right? This really needs a good ADSR, right? So, which of course it has. And then you send the sound, so audio cable, so that was a blue or a signal, a control, it's controlling that. And then the sound comes out of, into the filter. And then the sound comes out of the filter into the envelope. And then the sound comes out of the envelope into the VCA. What does VCA mean again? I have let's see. Wah. Drums, drum samples. See, there we go, VCA. Voltage controlled amplifier. It's a fundamental building block in any modular synthesizer system. The VCA module in our system provides a means to control the amplitude or volume of an audio RC. So it's your amplifier. Really cool. Yay. So that goes into the amplifier, and then this is a sum, which takes all these signals and turns them into a monophonic signal. So that basically it's a combined signaler. Hey, get out of here, cutie. You're so adorable, but sure, get in my lap, I don't mind. But you're not getting any more treats. So then the sum comes out to a plate reverb. This is a pretty advanced module, which goes into the audio in out. And that moves out to the sound. So it's just one little complex thing with the keypad coming and running the whole thing. So let's use some of our, hey, easy herbs. Let's come over to this VCO and use the randomizer. Oh, now we have a whole bunch of different. That automatically, see, you just set something up. What, not giving her treats so that she explodes from fatness? I don't think that's mean. Anyway, that's just beautiful. I want to save that already. So if you want to save your preset, all you do is hop over to presets right here on the right hand side and say save as. And I'm going to call this sounds like Daleks. Woohoo! So what changed? It moved your octave down, your ratio down, your semitone down, your unison down, all these things. Okay, now let's hop over to the filter and let's change things on there. Rando. Now listen. Wow. I'm gonna save that too. Save as. We'll call this one off the line, because it sounds like somebody getting ready to jump off the line for a race. So see, we've got all these. Now, most of these are just mods. Like, check this one out, Spacey. Whoops. Load, Spacey. See, that's beautiful. You can just look and watch the things change. Each thing just one at a time, little LFOs running. Sweet. So you can just easily pick up one of the presets. We'll go back. We've saved everything. Let's go to examples. Simple subtractive synth keys. Let's look at simple subtractive synth keys. Hit load. Now, press the X. Let's see what it sounds like. If we look at the bottom of the keys pad here, let's can you zoom in on it? This only zooms out. All right, so your keys pad. Yes, exactly. It reminds me of the old phone exchanges. Can you use this as a host? Yeah, you can use it I'll just open up AUM and let's play with it in AUM. Because I think you've seen, so far I've just showed you this sort of the quick setty uppiness. So let's fly out of here. Let's go into AUM. Let's create an audio with audio unit extension. Moo. There it is. It's an instrument plugin. I probably aren't even going to have the chance to touch on MIDI and stuff. We're just making patches. I will probably, yeah, I am on a iPad. That's what this show is all about. Here we go. Now look at that. Same stuff. And if you notice, you open up your ISO keys board and you'll see we're in C major. What if we change the scale? Now it's C minor. See, that sounds so wicked. See, that's just nothing. You just did nothing. I'm gonna throw in let's throw in a launch pad and give us a beat for now while we're working with the synth side of it. Although you can also make sure we got a launch pad. Thomas says, I know some artists who swear by Modular and get some insane sounds. Takes a lot to learn, but you can definitely do things you can't do with regular synths. Exactly. So let's just throw in this. I hate when it breaks down. I'm going to try it one more time, and then we're going to set up a separate one. If you were rich, you'd have a wall of... Yeah, I saw what you were talking about, Healing Granny. There we go. No. So we've got C minor. We got C minor. Let's just put some like little bass. Rolling my finger over this. I mean, how could you? And see, listen to the long outro. Let's get this back. Let's go to the patch menu, which you just patch, and then your performance heads right here. Now I could sexy cheeseburger. Let's go to presets. Now, here's our examples. Simple drum sequencing. Check this one out. So, you can turn the play off. Now, look at all this craziness. You can see how you've got drum samples. So, you've got run and stop. If you press run, it runs it. So you've got a clock module, which let's delete this, make sure we're at the same 60 beats per minute. Now click run. You're gonna have to reset it to the messy setups give you anxiety. See, it's just a simple, let's click off run. So as you can see, there's a reset that goes, this is so that so it will so all of your clock stuff will be aligned. Yeah. So then you have like the sequence bit goes like from 16th notes into, it's just crazy. It goes into your reset, it goes into your trigger, and then your outs go into the sample. So if you just, let's say, and then all of this goes into a mixer. I'm not muted. You're muted. Wait, no. So that's crazy. So right in here, there is an actual mixer right in here. Yeah, actually, Trip Killer said, I thought of bringing someone on stage with just a phone plugged into a full stack. I mean, it's all about stage presence at that point to make that look good. Exactly, Trip Killer. So so tomorrow I'm doing a show on what I can do with my phone. So that's actually, in fact, I had to do that last Sunday. I was DJing a rally to save a historic building, and we had a power situation. So my iPad takes a lot of power, and it wasn't charging because of the power situation. I wasn't pulling enough power to get my phone, to get my iPad to run, and it was losing power, and I was afraid that it was going to cut out at the important time. So I literally put everything that I was doing from my iPad to my phone. Then I plugged in my iPad separately, and I used it to see the larger screen and everything. And then I ran the entire show off my phone, and it worked. Very cool. Anyway, so let's if we mute all but these, so you've got nothing but these three, right? So let's hit the run again. So that's hitting this kick. And you can change that by now it's a snare. Let's go back to a kick. So right here, then there's a sample. Different kick. I like that kick. That's nice. So you can tune your kick, you can accent. Now, and if you're going to accent, remember you have to actually plug a cable into it, which is wild. All right, so now let's mute that, and all we have is now we have our snare. So let's leave it on snares and then come down to this actual sample. Yeah. Like that snare really dampened. 808 snare. Ooh, that one's kind of, I'm going to get them all like really clunky. Now turn that off. Now turn the third one on. So right, here's your hats. And they're accented. .606 closed. All right, let's just try it. This sounds totally different than what we had before, right? And then here's your sequences. So if there's just 8 steps. Now there's a kick on 1 and 5. So if you want these, now let's have it on 2 and 6. Now this is an offbeat. I just added some extra snares. See, now you can just change your thing, right? It's all on plate reverb, it's all in your mixer, so imagine you want, let's see, where is that? I want the zoom to go the other direction. I haven't been able to figure that one out yet. But you can just change, you can add a little, there's a little send and a return. Sweet. That's pretty awesome. So how about if I took all of this and you could just pop this back in? You could even say, watch, now I'm gonna go, let's use our screen up above. Let's pick this one. So see, it turns dark red. Let's use our sample knob. Now we can change our. I do not know if you can load the samples in. If Dave from Studio +1 is here. Okay, let's get this is our kick sample. Now we'll go to the second one and let's grab our our snare sample. We'll come to and we could sit here and just F around with the kind of samples we've got. Now, so it's important that you tap the edit button again. Now let's go. Wow. When you got this, now you can tune it. So it sounds best. Thank you very much, Dave. Now, doesn't that sound amazing? So now you can just work with the patches that are already here. But now let's take and use the randomizer. What? This is going to be crazy. Come over here and randomize drum sample again. Randomize the third drum sample. But I don't like the sample, so let's move it. Just like crazy, you can just clap. Let's stop it. So then you stop the run. See, boom, craziness. So, oh, I'll see you later. Live to Fly, DL, Dave. Okay, now let's check our drum sequencer. See, that was cool. It had a really crunchy little boom sound underneath it. Okay, now here's your drum sequencer, and that's going to show up over here on your, look at that, guys. Now we can be like, this is powerful. So I'm just going to throw in some things here. And then you can even change the probability. So if your probability, you can set it to less or more. You want this like to be a high probability. I like my kicks to be a high probability. And maybe make these ones a little lower. So there you go. And now let's check it out and see if we'll close that back down. Back to patch. We'll hit run. How many do we have? Yep, we still only have 3. Open that drum sequencer again. So if you got it, nice. Nice. Unrun. Damn, that sounds cool. That sounds sweet. I know, we should, yeah. I should probably record some of that. Here, so I'm gonna, let's do this straight up. Let's use record. We'll click back to the beginning. And now, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll give it like 8. Recording finished. Oh wow, I even love the long out sound. That sounds really cool, yeah? Hey, G-May, G to the moo. Kitty claws. I just roll. So yeah, see all of this, it's just, they're all connected. Let's try to connect something. Maybe we'll connect something from scratch here. Let's go back to our presets. Maybe we should save this. Let's go save as breakbeat. Breakbeat drum. Ooh, XY. Let's look at the XY pads. Oh, open. What the hell? Let's open up these XY pads. Here's our XY pads. You got a micro freak, which can do MIDI. See, look at this, sounds amazing. So you can see if you look at this VCA right here, turn the level down just a bit because it's, yeah, there we go. Now it's all in the mostly in the green. All right, let's hit up those XY pads. So hold on the XY pad will make it stay. Relative makes it relative. Makes it relative to the current settings instead of from 0. Let's find out where our XY pads. So X is going to the frame of a wavetable. Sample and hold, wavetable, wavetable. This just sounds crazy. Let's check out this one, Aurora Pulse. Look at this, how huge thing. So there's through notes, 5th step. There's just so many mods. It's unbelievable. Once again, you just come in here and change things. All right, I'm going to, let's presets. New preset, boom. All right, here we are at blank. Let's go, modules. All right, so what do we need? We need an oscillator, so let's look at VCO. There we go. Let's take the easiest one here, this sine VCO. Whoop. There it is. So because we're inside of, hey, Pete Johns, welcome. Because we're inside of a host, we've got this MIDI to CV, which I don't know how to use at the current time. We might look it up because we probably have time because Jade said she's not going to play. So first thing we have is a VCO makes a noise. So we've got the noise maker. Let's just, for now, let's take out this MIDI to CV. Let's just hit delete. Boom, it's gone. Now, the way you handle this is you come in and you just type into this little search bar if you want. So what we're going to need is we're going to need a V-oct. Let's just find this keypad. So here's keys pad. I double tap it, or the same thing, you can also drag it in. So keys pad. So let's throw, and we read that the V-oct, let's go back to photos. V-oct pitch yellow. Let's use yellow. Let's use a yellow one, and we'll go from. There we go. If you're allowed to drop your cable there, if you can see, I'm going to take this. Let's drop it off. So if you start, you hold down, and it gives you a cable, and then you just put it and see. Oh, I can't put it here, because it doesn't large up. I can put it here. I can put it here. I can't put it there. I could put it there. But let's take and put it right here into the. And then you use red, because red is audio. And you put your audio out to the. But that just makes a. I mean, it will change it. But so what do you have to do here? You have to place something in between. And that would be filter. Let's put a filter in. And this time we'll drag the filter in. I want to drag the filter kind of back to, or maybe. I don't like that. Make that stop. Come on. Why won't they be next to each other? Ah! Everything is... There's an empty row there. There we go. Whoops. Let's undo that. Undo. Here we go. Let's put this VCO. Can we move it up? Move it up. I don't know why I can't get it to stay. So annoying. I can't. It's probably me. It's probably me. I'm doing it. Let's go zoom out. And zoom out. When dragging, drop the top of the module. Drop the top of the module within the one you want. Let's do this. There we go. There we go. Now they're all together. And then we need an envelope. There it is. That's the envelope I want. Let's modules. Envelope. This is the part where I'm not very good at this. So there you go. Let's drag that in. Boom. I could have said the top in the row I want. There we go. They're all together. So now you take the output. Once again, we're going to use red. So take this output and move it to in. On the filter. And then the out from the filter into the envelope. And then the out from the envelope into the audio. Now let's see if that works. Wow, wow. Right on. We should be. Oh, yes, gate. Let's save this row. Let's go to our row menu. Save row. Call it SINVCO regular. Nope. Nope. Okay. There should be a velocity. Let's take velocity for attack. Whoops. Let's get our colors on. So that would be blue. Go from velocity to attack. Go from pressure to cutoff. Why do I not? You'll be changing that, dragging. It's too sensitive as to where the top is. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Nope, 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 nope. Now I don't. Envelope. I don't understand why I'm not getting any. Not getting any sound. I must be doing it wrong. Let's check our envelope. I'm gonna attack. Oh, the gate, from the keys to the gate on the envelope. Yeah, you got it. You would think. See, I see it. Oh, our level's all the way down. There we go. Let's bring our keys up. But not much going on. Let's all right, now let's come into our VCO and let's randomize. Hey, Billy Wayne Norwood. Let's randomize the envelopes. Let's randomize the filter. Ooh. Oh, some. Yeah, some. You're right. Thanks. Not presets. Oops. Let's find our modules. Some. There we go. Oops, some doesn't stay in. There it is. You're right, it's a little smooth. No. There it is. All right, so some. Let's take this in and move it to some. Right. Envelope. Out. Let's get a red one. Audio to the sum in. And the sum out to, maybe that'll work. Hey, Zach Thong, welcome. We will make this work. I've made it work before. Let's take these gate ones off for a second. Maybe that'll work. Let's check in on our ISO keys. Maybe move our octaves. So you play with octaves. Nope, still not working. This is why we. So in, out, gate to gate, dark to light. Maybe a VCA. Let's get the VCA. We don't have the amplifier. That's what we don't have. Modules. There's our VCA. See, this isn't easy, but you know, it's still possible to do. Okay? Right over here. In. Maybe we'll take this out. All right, there we have our regular level. Well, that's not fun. I have done it. Let's see. Let's go back to presets. Let's go to mine. Dark base. Did I make any of them off of not? Let's observe this one to see what we did. So here we've got in to the sign VCO, then we have out to the filter, in, filter out to envelope in, envelope out to VCA in, VCA out to sum in, and then into this plate reverb, into this audio. That works. Now let's see what happens. Now I'm going to go in and let's go back to this filter. Let's rando it. Still works. Check the envelope. Man, this is crazy. Kill switch. Yeah, see that? It's so crazy with all this stuff going on. So when you're changing stuff, the little attenuation knobs tell you how much change you're going to get. So if you've got something plugged in there, right? We've got like a reverb that's going so crazy. I love it. Woohoo! I just sent it flying. I know, right? Too fun. Now instead of randomizing, let's play around so we can change our ratio. Let's bring it down. We're in the sine VCO right here. Oh. You can bring in the octave down. You can bring the octave down here. If you double tap, you get it. It goes back to the. So even the scale. You can mess your FM depth. So you could take right now we have our velocity going to the VCA. We could move that and put it to FM depth. And then you take the attenuator and whoops, let's blue that. Whoops. Velocity. There we go. Now our FM depth changes. And the aftertouch is what's called pressure. And that's going to the cutoff, which is why you get that kind of this is like a womble bass. I'm going to give that a preset name too. Save as womble. But you could take your womble bass going into your keypad. Now you could hop up. So as you see, and you can actually change you can change to fifths. So then we'll change it to octave. So these are fourths, so that gives you. C major, I've been working with C minor. So see, you're just flipping it and you can actually, so there's no scale, Phrygian, pentatonic minor, pentatonic major, natural minor, mixolydian, melodic minor, Locrian, harmonic minor, Dorian, blues, chromatic, Aeolian, minor, major. I'm going to leave it at minor. Now let's go back to our patch and see if we can mess around with it some more and get some cool sound, right? So as you can see, I may have made mistakes to get it to sound, but if you follow these, you will make sound. It will work. You could bring the attack up, you can bring the decay down, you could bring the sustain down, you bring the release up, and then you'll have this whole different. See how it's more pad-like? And of course you can change your, if you get in your filter, you can change your filter mode. Low pass 12 decibels. Low pass 24 decibels. Band pass 12 decibels. Band pass, whoops. Ooh, band pass 12. Band pass 24. High pass 12 and 24. See if it was a high pass. And then there's model. There's clean, mellow, dark, moody, scream. Scream. Change the cutoff because it's a high pass filter, so. That sounds wicked. And it just has this long... I just keep coming in and save some presets. And literally you just can play and just record some stuff. I think that's what I want to do next, is record a little bit and then I'll play them for you. And then I think we can just get the heck out of here. And I will come back in and show you how to do MIDI and all kinds of more things on the next episode of Moo Mu, which will probably be in about 2 weeks. Give me more time. Let's see. Let's save this as plutification. Like that's from if you remember, what do you call those dang people? Pippi Longstocking, plutification tables. This is the plutification tables. Moo Mu is very cool. It is a little bit complicated, and occasionally just, you know, there's things that the developer is working on to make easier to organize. And of course, you know, working within a constantly changing iOS system, there'll always be modifications and such. But as you can see from just having the developer here in my little chat, the developer is extremely responsive and is probably taking notes like mad as we speak. So let's find, okay, we're in C minor. Let's find some C minor stuff here. just turn off the thing, right? I'm making this crazy thing. Now let's go back and change our patch again to like taffy. We're loading taffy. And then we open up ISO keys. We're still in C minor now. Let's go back and we are making these separate sounds so we can record again. Now we bring down the octave. Nice. Bring it down again. That's just beautiful. Now as it fades out, we can see it fading out. So we stop that. Stop. Now you can come back in here. Hey, Clayton Von Kluge, nice to see ya. My good friend. Okay, we look in here and now we have recordings. And this is the one. So here we go. Moo Mu. Look. This was that break beat. This is the. So I can just pop that in. That sounds rad. Woo woo. And this is just a minute. And that's not a very good note, but it doesn't matter. I could just cut that off. Yeah, let's hop in and let's look at some of the modules. I'll go through the modules for you. I'm just gonna, let's be like modules. All right. There's AD, ADSR, all pass. Alpha mixer, alpha sign LFO, alpha sign VCO, AR, attenuate, so that's like a thing, audio in and out, chance, so a probability, that'll be fun, clock, compare, CV sequencer, CV to MIDI, CV to MIDI CCs, like a whole, like, so for 7 CCs. Delay line, drum sample, so a sampler with drum sequencer. And remember, right now, you can only use the drum samples that are in the drum sampler, but it's upcoming that you will be able to load your own samples, says Studio 6+1. So then there's drum sequencer, dust, envelope, fifth step, flanger, free verb, gate to MIDI note, keys pad, filter, LFO, merge, MIDI CC to CV, MIDI monitor. MIDI monitor could be super interesting and useful for all kinds of things. MIDI note to gate, MIDI to CV, mixer 8, mutes. So they could just hop in and mute. Hey now, noise. There's just a noise generator. There's notes, like to write notes so that you can keep on what you're talking about. A one pole low pass filter, plate reverb, polyad, PAM, PTK, quantize, random, recorder. Ooh, a recorder. Sample and hold, scope, a sequence, oct, octave sequencer maybe, or a 8 sequencer, and 8 sequences. Shift, sine LFO, sine VCO, slew, split, sum, 1 times 8, so probably an 8 channel splitter, 8 to 1, so 8 sums 8 to 1, I'm guessing. Through, tuner, wow, a tuner in there, VCA, vibrato, wave shaper, wave table, XY pads, and crossover. Dang, this is pretty amazing. And I will definitely be doing another show on this because I am loving this and I've just barely started learning things. But as you can see, you don't have to know much in order to just play around with some of the modifications using the things that come in with your thing, with the app. And I know I'm getting a little, my brain is almost full, I'm going to say. Let's use these ISO keys again. I love this. I could play with this all day. But like I said, it is time to get out of here. Let me say goodbye to you with my face. Oh, I love that long, just gorgeous. It's got octaves, it's got fourths, it's got fifths. It's beautiful to listen to. It makes gorgeous sounds, and it really isn't all that much money. Let's double check with oh, what is that? AppRaven, yeah. AppRaven probably gives us the... Let's find it. Moo Mu. That's not it. Moo, MOOMU. Really not too obvious here. I know. I said I could spend hours on it. I discovered things along the way. Let me just hop over. Let's just double check on the App Store. Just checking. Here we go. Moo and Moo. $12.99. I don't think there's any less expensive way to get into Modular. Boom. Right? Get lost in the sounds. Right on. I'm going to say goodbye to you with my face now. Whee! All right. So tomorrow, like I told you before, I'm going to be working with my iPhone. Who knows? Maybe this Moo Mu will be on iPhone and we can noodle around with it a little bit more tomorrow. But Then, as usual, on Wednesday, we have my acoustic hour, and I'm going to see if I can do an acoustic work with Wolfstone Studio. I'll take you there, but because that's what I'm going to be doing on Friday. I'm going to be remixing Wolfstone Studio. Next up, Pete's going to be answering your GarageBand questions in GarageBand Weekly. Boom, boom, friends. And I'll see you guys over at Pete's, and then I will see you tomorrow where we're going to work on the iPhone, and the whole week will be fantastic. Big, 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 biggest love, and all the peace that you can carry, baby. Thank you all so much.